So when can you quit your job and trade full-time? This is a question many traders ask themselves, and that's exactly what we are going to answer in this video with practical examples. But before we get into that, my name is Gani, a day trader now for 5 years, and I've been fortunate enough to receive several payouts from prop firms. And I must say, for me, it wasn't easy to go full-time simply because I have a family that fully depends on me. So I had to really give this a very good thought before I actually went full-time. And you'll be surprised because this only happened just a year and a half ago. So I don't know how long exactly it's going to take you, but my main goal here on the channel is to help 9-to-5 professionals like you fully transition into full-time trading. So what this video basically is that it has 4 sections to it, and make sure you do not miss out a major tip that I'm going to be sharing that will speed up your process of becoming a full-time trader. And if you happen to get value from this video, remember to like the video and also share it with a friend maybe that would like to go full-time. So let's get into this, shall we? Let's first understand the reality of trading. When it comes to trading, so many people have this misconception that trading full-time is something easy to do, but I'm here to tell you that trading full-time, it is a real business, guys. You need to understand that there are no guarantees to a paycheck. There is no sick leave, and my God, when it comes to the emotional stress that this can bring you, it is enormous, guys. So when you become a full-time trader, it's not just about waking up and winging it. You need to have a system in place, which will include risk management, you having a good trading system in terms of strategy, and also you must be able to be resilient in terms of your psychology. Now, away from that, for you to consider going full-time as a trader, you need to have been consistent at least for the last 12 to 18 months. This is the only time I would recommend you actually consider that, yes, I've been consistent and I think this is my time for me to go full-time. And trust me, if you have not achieved this yet, trust me, you are not yet ready. So keep going at it, keep working hard towards your goal of becoming a full-time trader, and this is when it will actually finally come for you. So do not be in a rush to hand in that resignation, because trust me, you are not yet ready. So what exactly should you consider in terms of finances before you actually go full-time? Here's what exactly you need to understand. Consistent profits. You should be able to make enough money from trading to cover for your expenses for at least 6 consecutive months. Once you see this coming in, then this is how you can actually determine that maybe you are ready to trade full-time. Then obviously you must have an emergency fund. Have some money set aside for at least 6 to 12 months of living expenses. This will basically act as a cushion that in case of those drawdowns that do happen when it comes to trading, because trust me, those drawdowns are going to come, this will be able to actually act as a contingency fund for you as a trader. You should also have a diversified income. As a trader, try and have other income sources, like maybe from courses or maybe mentorships. All these must be able to help you that, yes, when you're not making money from trading, there should be another source that actually brings you some kind of income. For me, on top of this that I've shared, I also have other businesses plus YouTube content creation and other platforms, whereby on YouTube, Google pays me YouTube AdSense every time you guys watch these videos. You can even go ahead and monetize further by maybe getting brand sponsorships and maybe even affiliate marketing. So the more your audience grows, the better this will actually be for you, because you are going to be able to make more money from your content that you create on such platforms. So this could be something you consider starting before you actually even go full-time as a trader. Let's talk about psychological readiness. Now, as a trader, when you're trading full-time, understand that this is all on you. When you're trading full-time, it means you are going to go through certain periods when you're in drawdown, can you be able to handle this psychologically? Let's say you had a $10,000 account and then you've gone through a drawdown of maybe $1,000. Then it comes to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. You know, I'm talking about a real account, and you see all this money is reducing day by day. Can you be able to stomach this? If you cannot, trust me, then you might not be ready as yet. So try and give this a very good thought. Do you think you can actually handle those periods when you're not making any money from the markets but just losing money? Try and think about it very well before you actually make the switch to go as a full-time trader. Because imagine yourself going 3 months without making any money. Do you think this is something you can handle as an individual? So if you think you cannot handle this, then trust me, you are not yet ready to become a full-time trader. So what I suggest is that you stay at your job, you know, because this is going to take away all that financial stress from your shoulders. So then you might be asking yourself, when is the right time for you to finally quit your job and go full-time as a trader? Now, here is the golden rule that I believe you should be able to follow. Number one is that you must be making enough money consistently from the markets to actually cover for all your expenses, because having this financial security with the right mindset is what most pro traders that trade full-time actually always have with them. Rushing into full-time trading can be a recipe for stress and burnout, because trust me, you might end up on the streets. If you rush this, you might end up on the streets. So you do not want to be this kind of person. Now, if there is anything to take away from this video, it is this right here. I want you to imagine a scenario where a gun has been put onto your head and you are told if you do not become profitable in the next 6 months, one of your loved ones is going to die. This could be your father, your mother, or maybe even your child. Would you still trade the same way you're trading today? I'm sure you would be able to change and finally become profitable and maybe even go full-time as a trader. So from today onwards, start trading like the life of your loved ones depends on each trade that you take in the market. Trust me, this is how you're going to improve and finally get those goals that you want to attain as a trader. I believe that if you follow all these steps, you'll be able to become a full-time trader. But I want to hear from you. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to trading? Drop a comment below so that we can all learn together. And if you're someone that always struggles when it comes to maybe you missing trades at work when you're busy, this video right here will enable you overcome that.